The Girl in the Broken Cruiser. Raxon Cade never expected to find life inside a dead ship. The cruiser had been drifting through the scrap belt for weeks, gutted by scavengers and left to rot. But when he cut open the cracked hull, he heard something no salvager ever wanted to hear out there. Breathing. He followed the sound through dark corridors until he found her, small, trembling, silver blue, glowing faintly in the dim light, eyes huge with fear. "Don't come closer," she warned. "If you touch me, they'll find you too." Raxon ignored her. Humans had a flaw like that. They couldn't walk away from someone who needed help. He wrapped his jacket around her shoulders and carried her out of the wreck, even as she whispered, "You shouldn't save me. It's dangerous." But he did. And that choice would change everything. The past she tried to escape. Years passed. He raised her, taught her, protected her. She grew into her alien adolescence, stronger, calmer, but still always watching the sky with fear. One night, after an attack from unknown cruisers, she finally confessed the truth. "My name is Sci-Fi Varu Kel," she whispered. "Heir to House Varu." Raxon blinked. "Explain that like I'm a scrap mechanic." She swallowed. "My family rules a quarter of the collective. They're powerful, cruel. I ran from them because I refused the throne. They tried to erase me." "So they threw you away in a dead ship?" She nodded. "And now they want you back or dead." "Raxon," she said softly, stepping closer, "if you tell me to leave, I will. This is your last chance." He didn't hesitate. "You stay. I don't abandon people." "You'll get yourself killed." "Probably," he said, grinning. Despite everything, she smiled. Humans were terrifying that way. Reckless, loyal, unbreakable. The emissaries of House Varu. At dawn, 3 elegant black shuttles landed outside Raxon's scrapyard home. Emissaries stepped out, tall, masked, graceful, radiating power. "Human Raxon Cade, you shelter property of House Varu." "She's not property. She's a person." The emissaries exchanged looks, mildly amused, mildly confused. Humans were unpredictable creatures in their view. "We offer clemency," the leader said. "Turn her over peacefully. And if I don't, then you will be obliterated." Sci-Fi stepped beside him. "I refuse to return." "Refusal is not a permissible option." Then came the box. Inside it glowed a signal. An obsidian star pierced through the center. Sci-Fi gasped. "The mark of claiming," she gasped. "They want to enslave you, Raxon, for helping me." Raxon stared at the signal, unimpressed. "Yeah, no." The emissary tilted their head. "You decline the collective's offer." "I decline being owned." "Then we will return with force." "Try it," Raxon said. "Humans are really hard to get rid of." The emissaries left, but the war they brought stayed. The storm breaks. That night the world shook. House Varu didn't send cruisers this time. They sent executioners, black-capped elite soldiers, silent and merciless. They moved through the scrapyard like shadows, cutting through steel as if it were cloth. Raxon met them head-on. With jury-rigged defenses, plasma mines buried under rusted metal, and a shotgun made from half a starship engine, he held them back long enough for Sci-Fi to escape into the inner tunnels. But she didn't run. She returned, eyes glowing bright with fury, chanting words of her lineage, words that made the very air vibrate, ancient power surging through her veins. When Raxon saw her brilliance burning like a newborn star, he realized this was why they feared her. Not because she was weak, because she wasn't. Together they fought, human grit and alien fire. And for the first time, the executioners retreated. But victory came with a message. A hologram flickered to life above the yard. A woman, taller, sharper, older. Scifi froze. Mother. Lady Varu's voice was calm as poison. You disappoint me, daughter. And you, human, you insult me. Raxon folded his arms. Not trying, it just happens. Lady Varu smiled coldly. Prepare yourselves. I am coming. The choice that shook a dynasty. The sky tore open. 8 royal warships descended like falling suns, shaking mountains as they landed. Lady Varu stepped out, surrounded by an honor guard of warriors so well trained they barely seemed alive. Scifi trembled. She'll kill you, Raxon. Probably, he said, but I'm getting used to the idea. Lady Varu approached slowly, regal and terrible. Scifi, you belong with your blood. No, I belong where I'm seen, where I'm free. Lady Varu's eyes narrowed. And you choose a human. Scifi stepped forward, voice shaking but clear. Yes. The silence that followed felt like the vacuum of space. Lady Varu turned her gaze to Raxon. Human, state your claim. Raxon shrugged. I don't own people. She chooses. I back her choice. Even if it kills you. That's what choice means. For the first time, Lady Varu hesitated. Humans were not supposed to love past logic, or stand against empires, or choose death without fear. Yet this one did, casually. Lady Varu sighed, frustrated, bewildered, almost impressed. Very well, she said. If she rejects her inheritance, then let the galaxy witness it. She raised her hand. A drone soared overhead, projecting a royal proclamation across the sky. Let it be known, Scifi Varu Kel is stripped of her claim to House Varu. Her fate is her own. The human remains unclaimed. The matter is closed. Just like that. Warships lifted. Guards withdrew. Lady Varu turned away without another word. Scifi collapsed to her knees, trembling with relief. Raxon knelt beside her, steady as ever. So, breakfast? She laughed, a sound like stardust spilling onto warm metal, and threw her arms around him. I warned you not to get close, she whispered. I didn't listen. Humans are bad at rules. And that, she said, is why I fell for you. Life after freedom. With Lady Varu gone, the scrapyard felt strangely quiet. Scifi kept touching the spot on her hand where the royal sigil used to glow. Without it, she looked free, lighter, but also lost. What happens now? She whispered one night as they shared a quiet dinner. Raxon shrugged. Whatever you want. For the first time since he found her, she didn't know the answer. A signal from the dark. A distress beacon crackled to life in the scrapyard. An old emergency channel Raxon had never heard before. Scifi stiffened. That's Cyrith code, but twisted, corrupted. The message repeated. Help! Weaponized anomaly! Containment breached! Coordinates! Then, silence. Raxon looked at her. We checking it out? She hesitated, then nodded. Someone from my people sent that, and if House Varu isn't answering, it's bad. The Ghost Research Station. They traveled to the abandoned orbital outpost drifting above a chaton. Inside, flickering lights revealed claw marks on steel, scorch trails, and broken stasis pods. One pod was shattered from the inside. Cialithe's voice trembled. These were experimental facilities, forbidden. Mother wouldn't allow them. Raxon knelt beside a console. Looks like someone didn't listen. Deeper inside, they found a survivor. Barely conscious, bleeding violet. He grabbed Cialithe's arm with desperate strength. They made a hunter. It eats energy, emotions, thought. It's coming. Then he died. Behind them, metal groaned. Something woke up. Chapter 9. The Hunter. The creature stepped into the corridor, tall, skeletal, shimmering as if carved from liquid midnight. No eyes, no face, but it felt alive. It tilted its head like it sensed them, through fear itself. Cialithe grabbed Raxon's hand. Don't feel anything. It feeds on... The hunter screamed. A psychic blast slammed them into the wall. Raxon shielded her with his body, absorbing the hit. The hunter froze. It didn't understand him, because humans didn't project emotional signatures like Cialithe did. They were noise, static, unreadable. That made Raxon invisible to it, and very, very dangerous. Chapter 10. A Human Problem. Raxon fought it with steel pipes, scrap plating, and sheer stubbornness. The hunter dodged Cialithe's energy blasts, but barely reacted to his attacks until he impaled it through a joint. It recoiled. Cialithe gasped. Raxon, humans aren't supposed to be able to hurt them. Lucky for us, he grunted. I'm not most humans. They escaped, sealing the bulkhead behind them, though both knew it wouldn't hold long. Cialithe stared at him in awe and fear. Raxon, you might be the only one who can stop it. He wiped blood from his lip. Neat. Chapter. House Veru returns. When they returned to the scrapyard, 3 warships were already waiting. Lady Veru stood on the ramp, arms crossed. You found the research station, she said, not a question. You knew about it? Cialithe whispered. I suspected, but I didn't want you seeing what our people become when desperate. Raxon pointed behind him. Yeah, well, one of your problems got loose. Lady Veru's mask of control cracked. You encountered the hunter? It tried to kill us twice. Lady Veru turned pale. That creature was designed to track rogue Cialithe, but it wasn't supposed to evolve. Then she said something that shocked them both. I need your help, Raxon. The alliance nobody wanted. Raxon nearly choked on his drink. You need my help? Lady Veru's eyes hardened. You are the only being the hunter cannot fully detect. It cannot read human minds. You are invisible to it. Cialithe looked at Raxon with fear and pride. Raxon, you might be the only one who can stop it. He sighed loudly. Great. I always wanted to be bait. But Lady Veru shook her head. No, not bait. Blade. Training the human. Lady Veru's elite warriors trained Raxon in Cialithe combat forms, fluid, fast, alien. He failed spectacularly, then tried again, and again, and again. Cialithe watched him push through exhaustion, bruises, blood. Humans weren't built like Cialithe, but something inside him burned brighter than logic. You're doing this for me, she whispered one night. He shrugged.
Wouldn't be the first dumb decision I made for someone I care about." She turned away quickly, hiding her blush glow. The trap at the hollow moon. They set the ambush at a hollow moon, empty inside, perfect for containment. Raxon stood alone in the dark chamber, heartbeat steady. The hunter entered, drawn by faint traces of Cialithe's energy left as bait. It roared, hungry, primal. Raxon stepped forward. "No feeding today. Try a human meal." The hunter lunged. Raxon fought like a reckless animal, using every trick, every scrap weapon, every improvised trap. He couldn't overpower it, so he outsmarted it. He impaled it through a joint. It recoiled. Cialithe gasped. "Raxon, humans aren't supposed to be able to hurt them." "Now," he grunted. The choice of two worlds. After the hunter's defeat, Lady Veru approached Raxon privately. "You fought for my daughter and for my people. I misjudged humans." Raxon shrugged. "Happens." She offered him a datapad. "A proposal. Citizenship in the Cirithe Collective, high rank, wealth, influence. You would become historic." Raxon looked at Cialithe, then handed the datapad back. "No thanks." Lady Veru's eyes widened. "You declined power?" "I'd rather stay free," he said. "Like she is." Cialithe's breath caught. Later, under the fading twin suns, she whispered, "You really chose me over a whole galaxy?" He smiled and nudged her shoulder gently. "Wasn't a hard choice." She leaned her head against him, glowing softly. "Then let's face the rest of it together." He put an arm around her. "Yeah, together."